Hi all, it's PJ with Montevilla Sewing Centers. This video is on how to hoop up a towel. Couple things to note. The stabilizers that I'm going to show here today are tearaways. As a general rule, you wouldn't want to use a tearaway on a towel, mainly because a towel is not considered a stable woven. The catch here is that you generally don't want to have a piece of stabilizer left in the backside of your towel once you get done embroidering. So my suggestion is be cautious of the design that you choose to put on your towel because you know that you're actually not using the correct stabilizer for the towel. So to start with, there's our towel. These are the two different stabilizers that I'm going to recommend. This is either OESD or Floriani with a water activated adhesive, and either the Floriani or OESD with a tacky adhesive. Big difference here. This one activated by water. This one, you just peel away the protective paper and this part is tacky. There's a whole separate video on how to deal with these stabilizers. So this video is specifically on how to work with the towel, and it's really pretty easy. So in this case, I'm going to use the water activated. What you need to be cautious of here is that you don't want too much water, but you want enough water to activate the adhesive. And this adhesive is quite strong, which is why it's very good for doing towels. This will help hold the towel in place very well. This is one of my new favorite things, the misting spray bottle. And what's nice about this is it will put a nice even mist of water across the water activated stabilizer, which is exactly what you want. A lot of times a normal spray bottle, it will come out more as a stream than a mist. The mist is really what you want here. And in this case, I'm gonna hoop up first. And here's a little tip. I have pressed this. I just put the adhesive side to an applique pressing sheet and then pressed it flat, which will make it easier to hoop. Also, when this is still warm, it's much more supple and it will be easier to hoop. So if you press this flat and then come pretty much directly and hoop, you'll have an easier time hooping. So this is with the shiny side face up, which is where the glue is. And I'm just gonna hoop this up. And then I'm just gonna gently spray. And I'm pretty sure that the camera can't see, but there is a nice coating of water across there. Give that just a second to become tacky, and then you can add your towel. On this one, I'm gonna use the notches to line this up. So I have folded my, I'm gonna set that up there for just a second. I have folded my towel here, and I'm going to say that I want my design to be slightly above the adobe border. So I'm folding here, and then I'm folding here to find the halfway point. So I'm just going to place this here, and then open this out, and I'm looking to see that here I'm even to my marks, and then moving this down. And then I'm just pressing to secure that into the water activated adhesive. You can then put that into your machine. You can baste if you'd like. Basting is also a good way to determine how straight your towel is sitting in your hoop. Also, I would use a topper on here. This is the topper that I recommend for towels. This is the OESD Heat to Go or the Floriani Heat and Gone. It's got bumps on one side and it's smooth on the other side. I would just set this over, and this is where your basting comes in quite handy because you can just baste that into place. What's good about this is that it is not water soluble. Once you get done with your embroidery, you would just tear away all the large pieces that you can tear away, and the small bits, if you just tap with the point of a medium iron, it will just dissipate. But under the stitches, it will stay put, which will help to keep the loops of the towel in place, which is your goal. When you're done embroidering, if you have really activated this well and you're having trouble with your loop sticking, this is where a normal spray bottle comes in handy. If you just pull this up so you can see where the stabilizer is, and then I really kind of soak it. But in essence, what you're doing is you're reactivating the glue, and it will then release without pulling up the loops of your towel. You can also just soak it. But you can see once I've reactivated, the towel's coming up without a problem at all. Once this dries, the glue will basically re-solidify, so you can save all these extra bits. They're great for patching if you need to do a patch on something, or if you need to float, you can mist that lightly and then stick it underneath your hoop without having to hoop 2 layers. Okay. That's hooping towels.